Let's practice smooth and natural sounding American English by focusing on linking. Linking sounds is the key to fluent, natural, and smooth sounding American English. So, this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to pull up a paragraph for you, and I'm going to read the paragraph for you, and then I'm going to walk you through the different types of linking step by step, and you also get the chance to repeat after me. So, let's dive right into it. My American accent. I've been practicing the American accent for a while now. At first, it was kind of hard to keep track of all the rules and exceptions. I had no idea there was so much to learn. I've been practicing with the audio materials. It's somewhat easier to pronounce some of the sounds, but it's difficult to know how I sound to others. I think I'm getting better. One of the hardest things for me is to stress some syllables and to reduce certain others. When I ask my friends how I sound, they all say they hear a difference in my speech. My boss said that I'm making progress and that I sound more and more like a native speaker. My clients are not asking me to repeat myself as much. It makes it all worthwhile. I won't stop practicing. So, let's dive deeper into it. So, as I told you before, we have different types of linking. The first one is called vowel to vowel linking. And vowel to vowel linking is actually, for example, the American accent. When a word ends in a E, we use a Y sound, a quick Y sound, to link it to the next word. So instead of saying the American English, the American accent, which would sound kind of choppy, we insert a quick Y sound, so a gliding sound, in order to make it more smooth sounding, essentially. So the American. We also have the same with the audio. So, like I said, when there is like an E, because the ends in an E sound, and we insert the Y sound to connect the E to the audio. Then here's another example. I ask. We also insert an Y sound because I ends in a diphthong I, and this is also a rule. So every time when a word ends in I, E, or I, then we insert this Y sound. Here's another example. They, y'all. They ends in E in this diphthong. So we don't say they all, which would sound very choppy, but we insert the Y. So we say they, y'all. Another second type of vowel to vowel link is when we insert a W sound. And we insert a W sound when there's a U or O. And as you can see, the no ends in a diphthong O, U, no. So we insert the W. We don't say no idea, which again would sound very choppy. We say no why, no idea. Can you hear the W? Another example, how, when a word sounds in an ends in an u, instead of saying as how does, saying how we say how I. Same as to others, how I. And by the way, I have a second video where I go in detail through the rules, so you can watch that again. But here we are more focusing on practical application. So I'm going to put the link to the other video that goes into the details of the rules in the description. The second type of linking is consonant to vowel, which is very, very common. And that's pretty much, it's a cake. It's pretty easy. So when a word ends in a consonant and the next word begins with a vowel as an American accent, because the N in American is a consonant and the accent is a vowel. So instead of saying American accent, essentially breaking it down in two words with it's choppy, you hear the difference? I say American accent, or if I say American accent, American accent. So this is linking. So it sounds if you put the N before the R. So naccent, it sounds like naccent. So we use the last consonant of one word and put it before the vowel of the next word. This is linking. So it's American accent, American accent. Other types of consonant to vowel linking examples would be for a while, because the R is a consonant, the A for the schwa is a vowel, so it's for a while, for a while. It's connected, not broken down. Kind of, or kinda, reduction. You see here, it's a consonant, that's a vowel, so we link it. Kind of, or kinda, kinda. And this is everywhere where I marked it in red, it's always this consonant to vowel linking. Then we have the third type, that is consonant to consonant linking. And you use this type of linking when one word, so the first word or the preceding word, ends in a consonant. For example, as in, what can I say, pronounce, and the next word starts with the same consonant. So instead of pronouncing the consonant twice, for example, as pronounce some, we just you pronounce the consonant once in order to link it, to make it sound more smooth. So instead of pronounce some, we say pronounce some. We say pronounce some. The same as instead of it's somewhat, which would break it down, again, very choppy, we say it's somewhat. It's somewhat. So you just hold the consonant and then link it. The same as was so, was so. Instead of was so, was so, was so. Okay, you got it now. And now we read it again, and you focus on all these types of links. Again, connect the words, make one word out of two. That's kind of, I want to say, like a mental image, which could help you. And if you want, you can repeat it after me. So I'm going to leave a short pause after each sentence. And then let's try it out. My American accent. I've been practicing the American accent for a while now. At first, it was kind of hard to keep track of all the rules and exceptions. I had no idea there was so much to learn. I've been practicing with the audio materials. It's somewhat easier to pronounce some of the sounds, but it's difficult to know how I sound to others. I think I'm getting better. One of the hardest things for me is to stress some syllables and to reduce certain others. When I ask my friends how I sound, they all say they hear a difference in my speech. My boss said that I'm making progress and that I sound more and more like a native speaker. My clients are not asking me to repeat myself as much. It makes it all worthwhile. I won't stop practicing. You did it. Great job, and we'll see you in the next video.